Hi everyone, good morning or good afternoon. Thank you for being a part of this week's episode of Your Business with Accent Nominees. Today we'll be looking at a very important topic titled, basically we'll be guiding you on how to recruit, for your startups. Basically for, when you're just done with your business registration, of course, you know that after business registration, probably at that point you're probably alone, or maybe with one or two people, starting a business and all that. So you're looking for how to, get people on your team, to achieve the goal of the team. So I'll be taking you through some of those things you need to, pay attention to. Now, I'm sure you'd agree with me if you've done your research as a startup, as a business owner, that one of the greatest challenges that comes with running a business is actually finding the right human resource, or for your business. So the right talent that would help push the vision of the company, the mission statement, that the right talent that actually just aligns with the kind of business, the type of business you're trying to run. So it's a major challenge. And I'm also sure you would agree with me that one fact, I'll call it a fact, is that you can't do everything yourself. Despite being a founder, you might be able to do a lot of things like marketing, content creation, all of those things. But then you know that you can't actually do everything by yourself. At the end of the day, you need hands. You need more hands to actually join you in actually achieving the vision of the firm or the business whatsoever. So now it is very necessary that you know about how to actually go about getting the right people on your team, because at the end of the day, it's not just about getting anybody. You're not just trying to get anybody. If it's that, there are a lot of people open for you. There are a lot of people for you to actually reach out to, just jump on the team. But then if you have a vision you're trying to reach for, and then you know that, there are certain criteria that persons that must be under this vision, that must work with me towards this vision, must actually have, to be able to attain this vision, then you know that it's not a simple task trying to get people that kind of align with the vision. Of course, the people too must have the talent needed to, get the vision into actualization. So now you need to know when it's time to recruit more hands. When you're starting your business, most of the times, of course there are a few times where you have enough resources, probably family and friends have thrown in millions of dollars, possibly, into the account of the business. But most of the times when you're just starting, where you don't really have much, of course you can't be thinking about hiring multiple people, and you can't just, like, because at the end of the day, most importantly is being able to pay them. Most of those people, when they come in, they have the expectation that, at the end of the month I will be paid. So looking at your financial resources, you need to be sure that you are ready to actually take in these people, right? So, and as the business actually progresses, you need to look at how the tides goes, right? You need to watch the tides to know, okay, I think we need someone at the, customer retention. I think we need someone at marketing. I think we need someone at this point. As the business progresses, it's for you to now, be able to discern that, at this point, I think we need 2 people, we need 3 people, and then you start to reach out to, try to take the necessary steps towards getting across to these people wherever they may be, right? So knowing, another thing is actually knowing how many staff you need, for your startup. I think I already addressed this one, looking at when it's time to, to get more hands to join you in actualizing the dream and the vision of your business. Now, knowing how many staff you should start with as a startup, like I already mentioned, you need to know where you are currently. How financially capable are you to, finance, these guys that you're bringing on deck, that you're bringing onto the team, because at the end of the day, they need to be rewarded for their services, right? In whatever it is they're going to be doing for you, you have to pay them. So you need to look at all of these factors, right? And also, you also need to know that it's not about the numbers, right? Even though you're financially capable to pay some of these people, it's not about the numbers. It's about actually taking the pain to go through the process of, looking for the right set of people that will help actualize the vision of the firm, of the business. Right. So you need to look for the right talent, and that's what, like I said earlier, and personally for me, I've been watching interviews on, top business owners, giving their advice, they speak on their journey, their business journey, and then when they get to the point of advice, one thing I find to be recurring amongst these guys is that human resource. it's not something, it's not easy, to be very honest with you, to find, right? So unless you just want to go ahead and just pick some random people to just churn out mediocre products or services for clients. And of course, you know that one negatively impacts your business as you move on, right? So getting the right human resource, you need to be ready to actually put in the, it's not going to be easy, and that's the truth, you know, but then you need to be ready to, you know, put in the necessary, you know, to make the necessary sacrifice. Of course, the fact that you actually set into the market to create a business for yourself, the fact that you actually said that, you know what, I want to start this business, it doesn't just end there. Great ideas is not, you know, aren't enough to just sustain the business. Yes, you have the great idea, that's absolutely amazing, right? But then you need the right team to help you drive, you know, for achieving the set goals, set objectives, the vision, the mission statement, you know, of the business. So it is very necessary for you to, you know, to understand that. And so I don't want to run ahead of myself. So let's just look at how, you know, you go about getting these right people to join your team. And mind you, once you manage to get some of these right people, try as much as possible to keep them, because it's not really easy trying to get some of, you know, some of the right people you need for your kind of business. It depends on the kind of business you run, you know, it's not really easy. And then once you find those people, try as much as possible to hold on to them, take care of them, do everything within your capacity to make them feel alright, you know, make the workplace a very safe, you know, a very peaceful, you know, fun place for them to work, you know, and just churn out great and incredible results. Alright, so now first of all, what you need to do when trying to, you know, reach out to potential, you know, employees is for you to actually do your research, right? By doing your research, I mean study the economic landscape. You know, look out for competitors like you trying to get for the same set of people you are trying to get, right? Look at what they are looking for. Look at their whatever it is, maybe the salary, the potential salary they're going to be paying. Just look at some of these factors, and this better helps you position yourself towards actually getting the best of the best, right? So for example, a tech company, you're trying to get probably a design, someone that will be in charge of the designs, or maybe someone that will add the designs you need, or people that also work under him. You also look out for the similar markets, you know, look at what this person is looking for design, and look at the price, look at what he's trying to offer to the person. Look at how you can better position yourself to get that person, to get the, you know, the best of the best on your own team. So it's very necessary you do that, right? So another thing you need to do is to get your employees handbook. Your employees handbook is very necessary you have that. Your employees handbook would usually contain the policies, the vision, the mission statement, you know, the code of conduct. You know, every company has its code of conduct, the dress codes, if, you know, if very necessary, the dress code. You know, all of these details are needed, you know, to better prepare yourself towards reaching out to to better prepare you towards reaching out or to potential employees that would work for you. So you need to set your house in order. That's the whole idea here. Set your house in order, ensure that your things are better placed, and then, you know, decide to reach out to them. But we're getting there very soon anyway. So another one is to outsource if you're just starting. You know, in trying to get potential employees, you know, some founders may not really have the necessary skill towards, you know, getting the people, you know, the necessary skill towards discerning the right talent, towards discerning those potential, you know, they are potentially, you know, qualified to take that vision to the next level, right? So it's very necessary for you as a business person, if you think, okay, I'm not qualified, if you feel you're not qualified, to actually get the right people to outsource. Look for people that are qualified. I mean, emphasis on qualified, highly qualified, to get the right people you need, the right human resource you need for your business, right? So you reach out to them, and then the magic happens, right? So now, having, you know, sort out some of these things, you need to evaluate the positions needed to be filled, right? Now, like I said earlier, depending on the kind of business you run, depending on the kind of sector you find yourself, if it's tech, for instance, you see in most tech companies, we have the operations department, we have the marketing department, we have the designs, we have, you know, different departments, or one very important one here, the artificial intelligence and all of those ones. So you know, all of the departments, they come with responsibilities, right? And you need to know, you know, all of these department, and based on the level you are currently in your business, you need to know, okay, I need, at this stage, I think we need these people, we need these people. You talk with the stakeholders, you know, we need to get these people, we need to get this person, we need to get this person for this role, for that role, for this department, for that department. So it is very necessary, it is very necessary for you to actually decide, you know, that you need to decide the positions needed to be filled, right? Another thing is to expressly state what you are looking for in full details, and then the salary you're willing to offer, right? So it's very necessary that, you know, while you're starting on in your business journey, you need to expressly state the people you're looking for, you know, in terms of job description, right? You need to state in full like in full detail, you know, such that a person really will know that, oh, this one is for me, oh, this one is not for me. The person can easily pass it on to someone. I think this one is for you. You should check it out, Ola. Check it out. This one might be for you, right? So it is very necessary, because at the end of the day, the people that respond to the job description, if at the end of the day you are seeing people that doesn't even relate to what you're saying, then you need to go back and check your job description to see that, have I really couched my words? Are my words clear enough to be able to convey, you know, the needs of the company at this time, right? So you need to look into that as well. So now you need to also, after you've done that, you need to post your job openings. And thank God for the day and age which we find ourselves today. This is the social media era, and it's been for the past decade. You know, it is necessary for you to look at through different social media outlets. You know, you look at those media, and then you leverage these media outlets as well. So it's very necessary for you to, you know, reach as many people as possible through all various, you know, media outlets you can, you know, leverage, right? So we have IG, you know, very common. We have Facebook. We have, and personally for me, most job openings I've seen, not necessarily that I apply for them, most I've seen are mainly on IG, because I use IG mostly. So most of the time you see they are sponsored posts, you see it's sponsored, and that is where it goes. So as a business owner, you're looking towards leveraging all of these platforms, right, to better reach out to your target audience. You know, you're looking at sponsored posts. Sponsored posts will help you to further reach more people, because if you just post on your IG, your personal IG, or the firm's or the company's IG account, it might not reach so much people. At the end of the day, you see 24 likes, or the like of 17 likes, 5 likes, and all of those things. But when you decide to sponsor that post, of course with a few amount of money, depending on the number of days you want that post to remain in the higher potential, you know, clients or potential employees.